Freedom is the most precious gift for wild animals, yet, heartbreakingly, it's one they sometimes lose. Today's episode is packed with touching moments of compassionate people helping wild animals find their way back to where they truly belong. Journey home and you'll see what true freedom means. One look at Luga the lion's face and you can tell it's the first time he's truly felt the wild again. Awestruck expression, and it's clear this is his very first glimpse of the vast, open wild he was meant to roam. Just like that, it took a 14,484 journey to get here, but every single mile was worth it. It's like it suddenly realized I can really just fly away. That's probably what this condor felt during its first free flight after recovering from poisoning. And what a beautiful way to say thank you. Meanwhile, for 4 days straight, this moose had been wandering around a local golf course far from the wilderness it once knew. So finally returning to the forest must have felt like stepping back into a forgotten dream. Familiar, peaceful, and finally free. Incredible, this young bear arrived at a rescue center when it was just 3 months old after tragically losing its mother. Now, 2 years later, it's finally ready to head back into the wild and rediscover the freedom of its true home. These two Rothschild giraffes are finally reuniting with their species at the Ruko Community Conservancy, the only sanctuary in Kenya solely focused on protecting this rare and endangered subspecies. This crocodile found itself lost in unfamiliar territory and was clearly scared. But no need to panic. The humans approaching are trained professionals, and they're here to safely guide it back home where it belongs. These people have come together to witness one of nature's most beautiful moments. An Iberian lynx returning to the wild. And what does happiness look like for these zebras? It's the joy of running free without barriers or fear, just as nature intended, fearing for their lives, and they'll never forget the people who made that freedom possible. Now witness the powerful moment this captive-bred female cheetah takes her very first steps into the wild. A heartfelt thank you to everyone who made it happen. Thanks to a carefully designed adaptation program, she's now ready to thrive in her natural habitat. And as for these raccoons, don't even ask. They're finally back in the wild after a long rehabilitation and plan to spend the next few days soaking it all in, one tree at a time. When you see this owl spreading its wings with such confidence, it's almost impossible to imagine that not long ago it was trapped in a net, unsure if it would ever fly again. And as for this sloth, abandoned by its mother, it found a second chance thanks to the rescue center team, who never gave up on it. They never gave up, and now, 2 years later, they've returned the sloth to the wild, right where it truly belongs. As for the white rhinos, their future is finally looking brighter. These magnificent animals have been relocated to a protected preserve where they can roam freely and help ensure the survival of their species for generations to come. Rest of her life, Imperial the ocelot, who spent her entire existence confined to a cramped cage without shelter, is finally getting a taste of true freedom. Thanks to dedicated wildlife volunteers, her heartbreaking past is behind her, and today she steps into the wild, ready to live the life she was always meant to have. Meanwhile, those parrots that were once in such poor condition, after nearly 3 years of rehabilitation, they're now soaring joyfully through open skies, a true testament to the power of compassion and care. Injury left it grounded for so long, the strength it took to heal, the patience to wait. Now all of it pays off in one powerful flight. As for those 7 skunks raised from babies, letting them go is bittersweet, but knowing they're finally free makes it all worth it. And honestly, good luck finding anything more uplifting than watching a critically endangered Cambodian Siamese crocodile slip back into its natural habitat. It's a win for the wild and for every soul who fought to make it happen. Pandas had never experienced the vastness of the wild, but now, after months of preparation and care, they're finally stepping into their natural home, where they can explore, climb, and thrive. It's a beautiful moment for these animals and for the dedicated conservationists who fought to give them the life they deserve. With each successful release, we witness not just the return of a species, but the restoration of the wild itself. A whole new world, full of endless possibilities. After years of care and recovery, this lynx is finally stepping into the wild, ready to reclaim her place in nature. For these wild creatures, freedom is not just a return to the wild, it's a second chance at life. a chance to roam, to hunt, to be part of the world they were always meant to be a part of. From wolves discovering the limitless expanses of their territory to otters bravely reuniting with the wild after forming bonds with their rescuers, every step is a reminder of the power of rehabilitation and the resilience of wildlife. Releasing sheep back into the wild. Now that's a tradition I can truly get behind. At first, Andy and the condor couldn't believe it could spread its wings and soar freely again. With the species on the brink of extinction, these incredible people have given it a fighting chance at survival. This sea lion might have been confined for a short while, but the moment it was freed, you could see how much it longed for its natural freedom, its natural habitat. You can see the excitement in every movement. It's as if the beaver is eager to reconnect with the world it was always meant to be a part of. When these goalings lost their mother, humans stepped in to raise them, and not only did they care for them, but they also gave them a chance to return to the wild. And this lynx, the moment she was brought back to her home, she couldn't sit still in her cage. Her longing for the wild was so clear. It's a beautiful reminder of how powerful the instinct for freedom can be. The tough start, it's now back where it belongs. It's heartwarming to see this